just right now invite you to get comfortable. So whatever that means for you, maybe it's laying flat on the floor. Maybe you're in a recliner. Maybe you're on a bed. This behind me is a bed. Be sure to have something back behind the back of the head, maybe underneath the bend of the knees, and get that blanket to where, you know, when we start to settle down, our body, our heart rate goes down, the blood pressure starts to lower, and that can make you feel cool or cold. It's not, you know, bad or anything, but if you are like me, if I feel just like a little edginess of coldness, I just can't completely like get into the Yoga Nidra meditation. So I invite you to get comfortable. Tonight's class is approximately 45 minutes long. And again, I invite you to get comfortable. So first of all, Yoga Nidra means yogic sleep. So you don't actually have to fall asleep, but typically folks who come and do this very late night practice do like ease into slumber. So, you know, if you don't come back on camera or say bye to me, that's perfectly fine. I know what's going on. So, you know, we're going to get really relaxed. Your mind's going to be completely alert, but I'm not trying to put you into a trance or anything like that. So this is a very relaxing practice, and I'm going to walk you through a series of steps, and it's going to be about the same thing every time that I teach it. And when you go to the other instructors on Veterans Yoga Project online, you'll find that their styles are also, you know, you can, it's a lot of predictability. You know what to expect. So if you like this meditation, you could actually watch a Yoga Nidra over on our Facebook page. Look underneath the media tab for Veterans Yoga Project and search Yoga Nidra. We have a lot of Yoga Nidras out there of varying lengths. Also have them on the YouTube channel, and there's several Yoga Nidra practices over on Veterans Yoga Project SoundCloud account. And, you know, they will all sound basically the same as far as the sequence of events. So first, we will do some centering and breathing together. And then second, we will set intentions, or what I like to call themes. And tonight's practice, there's 3 parts to that process. You know, I'll walk you through every step. And third, we'll do what's called a rotation of consciousness. Also, it's known as a body scan. And you've probably heard it called a body scan. And that just means we pay attention to the different places in your body. Then you'll come out of the scan in kind of reverse of how we go in. We do an extended exhale breath series. We do contrasts and opposites. We'll come back to those themes, intentions, back to the breathing. And then I get you nice and oriented so you don't feel like, you know, you're kind of feeling odd for the rest of your day. So with that being said, if you're the kind of person who has trouble sleeping, trouble with anxiety, restlessness, concentration, or, you know, any of that kind of thing, maybe some PTS, these kinds of meditations have been clinically proven to be very helpful in conjunction with you and your therapy and your medications and your yoga classes and, you know, all the stuff you're trying to do for yourself. So my voice is going to sound like this. I don't think I can lower my voice much more than what it is, but I'll probably start talking a little bit slower. So if you need to adjust your volume, please do so. And again, get that cushion comfortably underneath the bend in the knees. The feet can splay out. The arms can rest to the side, but what I like to do is just comfortably rest them on my belly. That feels more comfortable for my shoulders and my elbows. So you know what? You figure out what feels most comfortable. And again, get that blanket. I often put socks on when I do this because my feet get a little more cold than the rest of my body. So get comfortable, get that blanket, and let's get started. So let's first keep your eyes open and just take a look around the room that you're in. even if you've been in this room, 5 or 6 times a day. And just really take a second to notice all the shapes, the colors, and the textures. Let's notice, the different objects in the room with you. And besides my voice, notice if you can hear anything else maybe in the room. Maybe it's a air conditioner coming on. Maybe it's a sound of a clock ticking or a heater coming on. Again, we're just getting into the room, noticing what's around us, getting a little bit more comfortable. And then let's start to bring your awareness, instead of everything around you and outside of you, let's bring that attention instead into your inner landscape. And then at this point, I invite you to slowly close your eyes. Now again, if you wish to keep the eyes softly open, please do so. And I usually have a hand towel to cover my eyes, or sometimes I don't have that. I have a yoga strap sometimes, and I use my yoga strap covering my eyes. All right, good. So notice where you feel contact with the surface beneath you. You might be able to notice the texture of the floor or the bed or the recliner underneath you. And let's identify all the places of your body that are touching the floor where you feel that sensation of support and pressure there. Then let's bring your attention to the places of your body that are moving as you're breathing. Don't change your breath in any way. Just notice, what does it feel like to inhale? Let's inhale. And what does it feel like to exhale? Exhaling. And then maybe you can exert just a little control over the breath by simply extending your exhale by 1 second. So you can do that by pulling the belly towards the spine and constricting the back of your throat. It's kind of like if you had a little mirror in front of your mouth and you're trying to fog the mirror. You kind of inhale as normal, maybe a little bit deeper in the belly, and then as you exhale, make that little sound. Now don't force it. It doesn't take a lot of energy to do this. Sometimes when I'm getting the exhale breath a little bit too forceful, it dries out my throat, so I kind of back off a little bit. But we'll do that for about 3 breaths here. So it's called an extended exhale breath. What I'll do is snap my fingers for a count of 4, and that's when we breathe in. We'll pause, and then we'll slowly breathe out for a count of 5. And again, if this feels odd or strange to you, just do your normal breath. That's perfectly fine. So let's begin. Pausing and exhale for 5. Pause. Big breath in, belly big. And exhaling. Again, last time, breathing in and slowly out. Good. Just going back to your normal breath now. Excellent. So next, we'll set our intentions, or what I like to call themes, together. And before, I mentioned there's 3 parts to this. I'll walk you through each part one at a time. The first is to bring to mind your heartfelt desire. Bring to mind what you truly want in life. It could be anything. Maybe you want to feel healthy or well. Maybe you wish to be a non-smoker or to feel peaceful. So whatever it is that you want to, for yourself, for your life, let's imagine as if it were already true. Next, set your intention, your theme for this specific practice, for this next 40 minutes or so. What do you wish to commit to? Maybe you just want to stay awake, or, maybe you want to fall asleep. Again, whatever it is, sense as if it were already true. So what would that feel like in your body and in your mind? Maybe it's something like, I am calm, I am peace. For me, typically, because I have daily chronic pain, my positive theme is I am pain-free. Again, something you want for yourself in your life as if it were already true. And then we'll repeat that theme, that intention, silently to yourself 3 times. And I'll do that little snapping of the fingers about 10 times here when we do that. Again, repeat that silently to yourself 3 times. And I'll pause here for a moment. Here we go. Good. And finally, let's bring to mind our inner resource, your inner resource. So the inner resource is like a sanctuary inside your mind. It's a place, maybe a memory, or it could be a fantasy. You don't really have to search your memory of something or something, or maybe someone that makes you feel peaceful and safe and well. Maybe it's a time in your life, or a certain person or a pet. Maybe it's somewhere you've never been, but a painting of a fantasy world. And it has all your favorite features and colors and weather. So for me, it's imagining I'm on the Continental Divide in Colorado with my backpack gear on, and I'm looking out over the mountain edge and seeing the horizon. So that to me is my sanctuary, my inner resource. At any point in class, you can always return there. So it's not something that only exists when I tell you to think about it. It is something that lives inside of you that you can always use as a tool when you need to feel peaceful and safe and well. Very good. Okay. Next, we'll practice the body scan portion of the class. And if any time you find your mind wandering, maybe you hear a noise outside the room, maybe you get a little bit uncomfortable and you have to kind of move a little bit, that's okay too, Or maybe you hear a dog. Or for me, it's usually random thoughts popping into my head. These things can happen. So it's best not to judge yourself. It's completely normal. It's just your brain doing what a brain is designed to do. So just acknowledge it, that it's happening. And you know what? Just gently guide your attention just back to what we're doing. Just come back to my voice. Even if you have to do that 50 times or so, if it happened to the Dalai Lama, it's going to happen to us. So it's okay. So here comes our body scan portion of our class. And so what I'll do is I'll name a place in your body, like say right thumb, and you're going to say in your brain, right thumb, and then you'll imagine a right thumb. And then we'll move on to different places in the body. So this particular part is one of my favorite parts of a yoga nidra practice, because I have oftentimes lots of anxiety and kind of a monkey mind going on, or repetitive thoughts. And for whatever reason, this body scan gets me out of that mode and being less anxious and getting those repetitive thoughts out of my brain. So it's good stuff. All right, here we go. We're going to start. Let's bring all of your attention, all of your awareness to your right big toe. And again, you're going to say right big toe. You're going to think right big toe. Again, your right big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Right pinky toe. Let's bring your attention to the bottom of your right foot, to the top of your right foot. Bring your attention to your right ankle. So we're not looking for anything in particular here, just noticing what you might be able to detect here. Bringing your attention now to your right lower leg, your right knee. Notice your right upper leg, your right hip, your hip point. Bring your attention to the right side of your waist, right side of your chest. Notice your right shoulder, armpit, that right upper arm. Bring your attention to your right elbow, right lower arm. Notice your right wrist. Bring your attention to the back of your right hand, palm of your right hand. Bring your awareness, your attention to your right thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Let's become aware of the whole right side of your body together. As best you can, notice all the sensations throughout the right side of your body, all at the same time. Noticing if that feels difficult without judging yourself or trying to force it. Good. Let's let go of that. Now, let's bring all of your attention and awareness to your left big toe. Again, the left big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Fifth toe. Bring your awareness to the bottom of your left foot, to the top of your left foot. Bring your attention to your left ankle, left lower leg. Bringing your attention to your left knee, left upper leg. Notice your left hip, your hip point. Left side of your waist, left side of your chest. Bring your attention to your left shoulder, armpit, the left upper arm. Notice your left elbow, left lower arm. Bring your attention to your left wrist, back of the hand, palm of the hand. Bring your attention to that left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Let's become aware of the whole left side of your body together. As best you can, let's notice all of the sensations on the left side of your body, all at the same time. Just noticing if that's difficult without judging yourself or trying to force it. Good. Let's let go of that. Now let's shift your attention to the back side of your body. Let's start with the back of your head. The right shoulder, the left shoulder, the upper back, mid back, low back, the entire length of your spine, right behind, left behind, right back of your upper leg, left side upper leg, back of the right knee, back of the left knee, right calf, left calf, right heel, left heel, the back side of the right arm, the back side of the left arm. Again, let's notice the whole back side of your body together. Let's, as best as you can, notice all the sensations on the back side of the body, all at the same time. You're noticing also what is being supported on the back side of the body. Again, notice if it's difficult without judging yourself. We're trying to force it. Good. Let's let go of that. And lastly, let's bring and shift all of our attention to the front side of the body, starting with the top of your head, your forehead, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, the very tip of the nose, the very top of the nose, right eye, left eye, right cheekbone, left cheekbone, right nostril, left nostril, the upper lip, lower lip. Let's allow the tongue to rest softly inside of the mouth, the lips softly sealed. And again, noticing the chin, jawline, the throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, the heart center, right lower rib cage, left lower rib cage, upper abdominals, the navel center, lower abdominals, the pelvic floor, right hip point, left hip point, the right leg, the left leg, the right arm, the left arm. Becoming aware of everything on the front part of your body, the front side of your body. Notice if you're feeling a little toasty underneath that blanket. Notice if you feel the air coming across your skin. Again, maybe you don't notice it also, and that's okay too. And let's notice your whole body together as best you can. Sense anything you can detect throughout your whole body, all at the same time. Good. Let go of that. And now let's go on this journey of becoming aware of our breathing at 4 different locations in our body. It's going to be the navel center, the heart center, the throat center, and focusing also on the tips of the nostrils. We'll do what's called the counted down breath. Now, when I first did this breath in a yoga nidra practice, I really didn't pick up what was going on. So basically, the instructions are you're going to be breathing in, breathing out, and starting at the number 27, saying to yourself something like this: inhaling 27, exhaling 27, or maybe something like inhale 26, exhale 26, or breathe in 25, breathe out 25. So whatever set of words you want to pick, that's good. If you get confused, which I did, on what number you are on, guess what? Just start over, and that's okay too. And then at some point, I'll stop you, and then we'll shift our attention to a different place in our body. All right. Okay. So, and we'll go through 4 different places. So when you're ready, with all of your attention at your navel center, I invite you to start counting down, starting with the number 27, starting now. Good. You can stop right there. So from your navel center, I invite you to shift your attention to your heart center. And again, we'll be counting each breath, counting down, starting at the number 27. So let's do that. I invite you again to bring your attention right to the heart center. Once again, starting at the number 27 with each breath, counting down, starting now. Good. I invite you to stop right there. Now, from your heart center, let's shift our attention to your throat center. Once again, starting at the number 27 with each breath, counting down, starting at 27, starting now. Good. You can stop right there. And next, I invite you to shift your attention from your throat center to the tips of your nostrils. Once again, starting at 27, which each breath counting down, starting now. Good. you can stop right there. From here, we'll be working with contrasts and opposites. So next, I invite you to allow into your awareness the sensations of feeling very heavy and dense in your body. Just noticing any sense of heaviness or denseness in your body. Just really very heavy and very dense. What does that heaviness feel like? Just feeling very heavy. And then I invite you to notice any sensations of feeling very light and buoyant in the body. Feeling very weightless and buoyant. What does that feeling of weightless feel like? Just feeling very light and buoyant. And then I invite you to come back to feeling very heavy and dense. Noticing what it feels like to feel very heavy and weighted. And then coming back to feeling very light and buoyant. Coming back to feeling very heavy and dense. And then back to feeling very light and buoyant. And then I invite you to allow into your awareness all the sensations of feeling very dense and heavy, and feeling very light and buoyant at the same time. Good. Next, I invite you to notice any sensations of feeling very warm in the body. Just noticing any sensations that warmth or heat in the body. Just feeling very warm and heated. What does that warmth feel like? Just feeling warmth and heat. And then I invite you to notice any sensations of feeling cool or chilled in the body. Noticing a sense of coolness. Just noticing any sensations of feeling very cool in the body. Then I invite you to come back to feeling any sense of warmth or heat in the body. Feeling very, very warm. And then coming back to any sense of cool in the body. And then I invite you to see if you can allow into your awareness all the sensations of feeling very warm and very cool at the same time. Let's bring your awareness back to your breath. We're not changing your breath in any way, just noticing what it feels like to relax here and breathe. Maybe it feels different than when we started class, and that's okay. Maybe it doesn't feel different, and that's okay too. Notice where you feel the most movement as you inhale and as you exhale. Good. Let's continue. Let's imagine the warm glow of light all around you. Not bright, but a glimmering glow of soft light, as if your body were surrounded by this warm and comforting energy. Now, imagine the light fading into darkness. Cold, black, flat, dense darkness. The darkest night without stars or a moon. A dark room without windows. The darkness behind your closed eyelids. Now let's imagine feeling lethargic and tired from a lack of sleep. Feel the achy tiredness in your bones, body, and brain when you just can't muster the strength for one more thing. Now, imagine feeling completely rested. You have enough energy to face each day with grace and ease. You have slept well. and are electrically alive in each vibrating fiber of your being. Let's awaken now the sensation of dryness in the body. So remember the feeling of dryness on the skin. Your clothes are dry, your hair is dry, your whole body is dry. Perhaps that feeling of dryness permeates into your body as a sense of dehydration. The body is dry, the whole body dry. Now, let's awaken the experience of moisture in the body, the experience of moisture and wetness. Let's imagine water on the fingertips. What would that feel like? Remember the feeling you have when you're in the bath, surrounded by water. Imagine the wetness moving into the body as a sensation of internal hydration. The body is wet, the whole body wet. Now let's work with blockage versus flow. So what happens when you feel blocked? Let's remember the last time you were stuck in traffic, when your sinuses were blocked by cold, or your energy blocked by an injury. When something happened that impeded your progress forward. Without dwelling on the details, let's focus on the sensation of being physically, energetically, or maybe emotionally blocked. Now, how does it feel to be in the flow? Imagine water flowing smoothly around rocks, the gentle feel of wind flowing through your hair, or maybe a time when you could easily take steps forward on your path and everything seemed to be in flow. Now we'll work with new versus familiar. So let's embody a feeling of newness. Do new things bring with them feelings of fear or of excitement? How often do you engage in new things, people, places, and projects? Feel newness. Now, let's embody a feeling of the familiar, your common familiar surroundings, your belongings, friends, family, and places you visit every week. Does the familiar feel safe to you, or does it feel old? Feel familiarity. And again, make sure you're not sleeping. Say to yourself, I am awake and aware. Let's go back to feeling a bit grounded. So bring your attention back to your body. Once again, notice the parts of your body that are in contact with the floor beneath you or the surface beneath you. Bring attention to the front of your body. And notice how the sensations are different here in the places of your body that are not constricted by the pressure against the floor. Notice your breath, both in the back of your body and in the front of your body. Notice the right side of your body. Then notice the left side of your body. And once more, notice your whole body together. Good. Bring to mind once more that heartfelt desire, what you want in life. Bring to mind again, once more, your inner resource, that memory or fantasy that makes you feel grounded and content and secure. Return your attention to your body. Notice if your body feels different than when we started class. And let's notice our breath. And from here, let's try 3 more of those extended exhale breaths. Remember, just breathe in through the nose and fill your belly And then when you exhale, let that sound come out as if you're fogging a mirror. So inhale, fill your belly. And exhale, release a little bit slower. Inhaling again. And exhale. Let's inhale. Let this be the biggest one of your day. Here we go. And slowly, slowly exhale. Good. And now I invite you to bring your awareness back to your theme, that intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of this practice. Let's repeat it silently 3 times, that theme that you set for yourself. Let's begin. Good. I invite you to come back into the now, into the present moment. Return to your natural breathing. And if you decide just to continue to be relaxed and in slumber, please continue. Otherwise, let's remember the room that we're in before we open our eyes. Let's remember all the objects and textures and the colors in that room with you. And then I invite you to slowly, slowly bring movement back into your body. Maybe start a little bit with the finger movements, the toe movements, adding on to that with maybe some little movement in the feet, the ankles, the wrists. If you're got a cushion underneath your knees, maybe pull it out and then bend one knee, then the other, and maybe stretch overhead. Do whatever kind of stretching movement feels natural and good to your body at this moment. Maybe do a big breath here. Then exhale, maybe yawn. Let's do that again. Breathing in and let out that sigh. Good. Let's roll over onto our side body nice and slow. You can bring an arm underneath the side of the head or a fist underneath the temple. Let the belly be soft as you just kind of breathe in here a little bit. Then you'll take the hand that's in front of you, press into the floor, drag yourself up to that tall seated place, and kind of, do some little minor adjustments here. Sometimes we can feel a little dizzy when we come off the floor to a vertical position. That's kind of a normal kind of thing that happens. So what I like to do is just drop my chin towards my chest and do a couple of breaths here to get my equilibrium kind of back in sync. So let's do that. Breathe a couple of breaths. And once you feel kind of, settled and everything, maybe just kind of wiggle those shoulders a little bit, little shoulder rolls. Maybe you can bring your hands to your heart, either stack the hands or maybe a more traditional thing where you place the sides of the thumbs into your sternum, little prayer hands. And then either way, either what you want to do here. I invite you to drop your chin down towards your heart center. That motion is in gratitude to yourself. So give yourself a really sincere thank you for showing up today. And then we'll end our class with the gratitude practice in our ending words. So you can keep that gaze soft or close your eyes, or keep however you want to have your eyes at this moment. And again, that slight nod of the head down to bringing your internal gaze right down to your heart center. Seeing if you can allow to bring you to some place that feels like gratitude. And from that place, I invite you just to simply acknowledge one thing in your life today that you're grateful for this evening. and then we'll end our class. So the light in me honors and respects the light in you. So let's take that peace, that strength, that understanding, and that little attitude of gratitude, and let's pass it on. Namaste. So this concludes our practice of Yoga Nidra.